Here in Las Cruces, we are surrounded, first of all, we're surrounded by 6 Border Patrol checkpoints. I've been stopped many times for simply existing or looking the way that you do, that I do.
So what did you want to know?
Why'd you pull me over?
Because suspicious behavior.
Is that a felony or misdemeanor? You don't know.
That's what we're trying to determine.
I feel like everybody should be able to live with dignity, but that's a little bit harder for somebody like me. I'm a 32-year-old black man, but here in San Diego, I've been pulled over more than 100 times by San Diego police officers.
A veces van las familias a la tienda y pues se encuentran oficiales. Muchas veces no se bajan, porque a veces son interrogados por el color de la piel y por el acento que tenemos. Entonces, ese es el diario vivir de nuestras realidades en la frontera.
Been made to get out of my vehicle for no reason. They've searched my vehicle before, asked me invasive questions about who I am, my family history. You're made to feel less than. You're made to feel like a criminal, right?
Am I free to go?
No.
What am I being detained for?
Because we're trying to verify your ID.
For what? What crime have I committed?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
And so giving you my ID is going to say, yeah, you've committed a crime? No.
And they search me, they threaten me with violence, and they intimidate me each time. And that's not a future that I want to live in, and that's not a future that I envision for my son.
Lo que más me llena de coraje es el abuso de las autoridades. La comunidad inmigrante tiene mucha solidaridad y tiene un gran corazón, pero tiene mucha opresión por nuestro sistema y por el abuso a la dignidad como ser humano.
She calls it a story of humiliation and degradation. Janine Bowie was 60 years old at the time, a resident of Los Angeles, returning to the United States after a dentist appointment in Tijuana.
I was approached by a Customs Border Protection officer when he was flirting with me, and I didn't flirt back, and I think that he was upset with me and he was going to teach me a lesson. I was subjected to a body search where I had to put my hands up against the wall and spread my legs. That was the first time that I was sexually assaulted.
Video shows excessive force used on a juvenile in March of 2020, and it is just one of many incidents coming to light after the release of SDPD's police misconduct reports.
Marisol es parte de esta campaña. Ella fue víctima de un disparo hecho por un agente de la patrulla fronteriza hace 2 años en Arizona. Cuéntanos qué ocurrió.
Íbamos en la camioneta, intentamos pasar para Estados Unidos, pues al momento de parar la camioneta el policía soltó el disparo y fue el único disparo que soltó y el que me dio en la cabeza.
As a result of everything that happened to me, and figuring out how I was going to learn to live with what happened to me, I'm still recovering.
No es justo lo que ellos hacen porque se sienten poderosos. Ellos hacen porque contra ellos nadie puede.
Protesters of different ages and races demanding answers in the shooting death of 18-year-old Michael Brown at the hands of a policeman.
But officers fired a total of 32 shots, and protesters can't believe there were no charges in the killing of Taylor.
Tamir Rice's death, along with other officer shootings, sparked protests nationwide. Local prosecutors asked outside investigators to look into Rice's death, and in 2 reports released by prosecutors last night, investigators found the officer acted reasonably.
In May 2010, a Mexican immigrant named Anastasio Hernandez Rojas tried to cross the border to return to San Diego, where he had lived for 25 years and had fathered 5 children.
The dark video reveals more than a dozen U.S. border agents standing over Hernandez Rojas.
The San Diego coroner's office classified Anastasio Hernandez Rojas' death as a homicide.
Es algo que nunca me imaginé ver en el tiempo que llevaba como oficial. Traían a esta persona por el suelo, pateándolo, como si fuera un barril, sin importarles que la persona tuviera dolor.
Department of Justice announced last year there was insufficient evidence to pursue federal criminal civil rights or other federal charges against the agents.
Today, the family of Anastasio Hernandez Rojas is taking another step in their quest for justice. The family is filing a petition with the Inter-American Commission on Human Rights in Washington, D.C.
Pedimos la familia que la comisión revisara el caso porque no hubo cargos. Nosotros lo que queremos que se haga justicia. Queremos descansar, queremos un poco de paz en mi familia, porque esto que le hicieron a mi esposo fue un asesinato. Que haga cambios en estas políticas de fuerza que tanto han hecho sufrir y que a mi familia la destrozaron. Mi familia está destrozada. Mi familia ya nunca va a volver a ser la misma.
My son is on the autistic spectrum, so if he were to experience the things that I've went through, unfortunately, I think he would be harmed.
And so it's an ongoing struggle, right? To really feel that dignity, to know that it's intrinsic to me, and that is the right to live somewhere that we love without that fear.